Hey y'all. Hope everybody's having a great day today. I just wanted to do another video for not only my people that have lupus, but just any skin issues in general. As you can see, I have the standard. It's called a malar rash from the lupus, the butterfly rash, and there are ways that you can use makeup and skincare products to kind of help with it, or at least that's what I found. I mean, everybody's skin is different, but I was just going to go through my routine with y'all again. Now, you're going to use, or at least I do, clean, unscented water wipes or unscented Huggies baby wipes. You can use those. I found that the ones that are specifically made for cosmetic usage, they tend to have a fragrance to them or they just irritate me. So, what you're doing is you're just going to clean off any, you know, residue of any makeup, which if you should wash your face every night. You really should. Clean all the way down in your neck because those of y'all with lupus know that you get that. Um, Sometimes you'll get the rash on your body, which I do too. So, all right. So the next thing I typically do is I take this is a Gerard Cosmetics, but you can use any, cooling setting spray. This is peach. My actual favorite is their aloe vera one, but you can just set that on your face for a minute and you've got that moisture, okay? And that's what our skin needs is moisture. Now, while I'm waiting here, I'm actually going to open this, but this one's brand new that I got. Let me see if you can see it. It's Tula, and it's actually, well, it's Tula Skincare. Sorry, trying to get it out of here. It's Rose Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Serum. That's what this is. So as you can see, it comes in like a little tube. Kind of looks like a lipstick in a way, but it's not for your lips. Let me go ahead and open it up a little. There we go. This is for your eyes. So you're just actually going to put it on your eyes, under your eyes, and don't push too hard when you do that on your eyes, obviously. Okay, and this is it has like a cooling effect, but it also helps you with dark circles because I typically keep very dark circles under my eyes, and then I like to take this and just kind of rub, make sure it's all, kind of absorbed in. And then I've mentioned this before in my last video, I believe, about makeup, but this is like the bomb. I've got the Pure Lace, it's matcha and green tea. And with having the lupus rash, I take about that much, but I do it between my fingers. And you want to just do it all over your face, let it, absorb in, take it down the neck, up behind the ears. And something that you want to do is you want to massage your skin in the way you want it to go. So if you're like me, I'm 49. If you're trying to improve the appearance of your skin because you're getting older, when you massage these serums and different lotions and stuff in, do it in the direction that you want the skin to go. So when we get older, our skin starts drooping. We want to massage it up like that. I usually go from the middle of the forehead right there. Got that. And then the neck. We just kind of massage it down to try to get rid of that turkey neck. And let's face it, you get to a certain age, you're going to get turkey neck. So this is to try to help with it. Now, the next thing I do, because this is all absorbing into my skin, is I get my eyebrows done. Because as you can see, I don't have much eyebrow. And what I do is I actually keep, I have a spoolie that I kept, and this is actually plain hair gel, and I take it and I will put the spoolie in it, okay? And then what I do is I actually will take it and go up. See how I'm doing it? Just up. Like I said, I know it doesn't look like I have eyebrows, but trust me, there's hair there. Okay, and then I'm going to take my mirror just a second because I want to go down on the outer side. See what I'm doing is I did down motion on the outer side there because I don't want those hairs standing straight up like the top ones. Just your standard eyebrow where it tapers off as it ends. Okay, now let that dry for a second. And while it's drying, I go ahead and clean off my spoolie. And I had shown y'all this trick last time, but I'm going to show it again in case somebody missed the other video. This is lipstick. Now, I don't spend a lot on eyebrow wax. I use just a little bit of this Color Stay lipstick. And what I've found is my eyebrows actually are getting a little bit darker. I mean, obviously, I clean it off every day, but I mean, before you could never, really even see my eyebrows hardly. But now with this, see how that does? Take it down. And then I'm going to just fine tune it a little bit here. Okay. All right, so y'all are looking at this going, oh, that don't look right. Trust me, I'm fixing to fix it. I don't really worry with using this. It's a lot easier for me because I mean it will end up drying. So I mean you don't want to wait around to do it. But I take that same wipe. You want to hold on to it, and I just use it to get off the excess. See how easy that was? You're just taking it. And what I like about this is if you let's say for example what I've got going on here, if you've got kind of sparse hair growth because of your lupus, I mean I've had mine falling out before. I actually was dyeing it and I've gotten away from that going back to my natural hair color, but I just did a treatment. If you're not familiar with it, there's a wonderful product called Olaplex, and so I just did an Olaplex treatment on my hair so it could get some of the softness back to it. But anyway, back to as far as the point I was making is you can lose hair everywhere. I mean, I know I did. I've lost some of my lashes. My lashes used to be really thick. I've lost some of my eyebrow, and even with doing that, let me see here. Right, that's a black one. Looking for one particular. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So sometimes I even take this because I don't know if you've noticed, but like there's one little spot right here where they can't be actually even because the hair doesn't grow there, because I'm on chemotherapy. And so what I do with that one is just little lines just to kind of fill it in. It's only like that much, but I mean, to me, it's noticeable, but I mean, it might not be to other people, but And then what I do is I will go back and go over the pencil where it blends in, and then take my little rag and get that excess. Okay, so we have eyebrows now. Very good. Now that my eyebrows are done, the lotion has absorbed in my skin, and what I found is I do my eyes before I do anything else. I know a lot of people put their um, foundation and everything on before the eyes, but it's easier to clean up fallout under the eyes if you do the eye makeup first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my this is Autumn concealer, and I've only got a little bit left of this one, so I'm hoping Ipsy puts that back on the market. But what I do is I'll do this, and basically I use concealer as a primer for my eyelids. So then what I do is, I've got, my whole brush kit here. I've got this one that I use specifically for my eyes. And what I do is I just kind of take it and work it through, where it's covering everything. I'm going to do that right fast. I know y'all probably get the idea here. And then you just take that, because when you've got the butterfly rash, I mean, so much of your face gets red. And you can see, how that cooled down that eyelid. And then I take it and I go right up beside, and then I'll get close as I can and go down the top. And so you can see how that did. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other side. And I mean, there's so many things that we can do to, make ourselves feel better. And I think I said this on another video, but when I'm having a bad day, and you'll notice a lot of my videos I do from bed, just because if I'm having a bad day or I've done a lot, like today I took a shower, and those of you with lupus will understand, or any other chronic illness like MS or anything. I've gotten where just taking a shower can, like, wear me out, and that sounds sad and over dramatic, but it's really true. And I just pray that no one, I'm hoping for a cure for lupus and these other diseases, autoimmune diseases. But, at the same time, I feel like my personal opinion is so many of these autoimmune diseases I feel like are caused by the environment. Um, and it's just so polluted. We're seeing more and more people that have them. I know I'm in a rural town. Like, seriously, there's like, I want to say under a little bit under 1,200 people, I think, in the town I live in. And I know several people that have lupus or cancer, so you can't tell me that there's not something in the environment that contributes to these autoimmune diseases. But anyway, to go back to this, let me just do that and go down that eyebrow. Okay. All right. So you can see now I've got my eyebrows primed with a concealer. They've got a nice palette on them. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use one of my favorite palettes that I've got for eyeshadow. But this is Violet Voss. Uh, is it the Windflower? Couldn't remember if it was Windflowers or Wildflowers. But it's just got so many pretty colors. I'm a big, girl on pink, and you can see like the golds and the pinks and everything. I'm going to go in with this one, and I'm going to go in with this one. So the way I start it out is I always start out, and just do your eye with a light shade. And that's what I'm going to do right now. And you want to cover the whole eyelid, all the way up. up. And you can actually, this is buildable. So if you want to go over it more than one time, this is really good eyeshadow as far as like if you're trying to build up a strong color. Um, so I'm gonna do this real quick, but y'all got the general idea of what I'm doing here. Okay. And you can see the difference. It's just very pale, but that's what I want. I want a very light pink. It's like a creamy pink almost. And you would think, well, Patty, your face is so red. Why do you want to get it lighter and then put the pink back on it? But you know, it just with the foundation, it ends up working. And what I've done is I've gone to clean products. Now, if you don't know what that is, you might pay a little bit more. I don't because I order through Ipsy. And I'll put my link at the bottom of this, if y'all want to give Ipsy a try. Because it gives you samples of different products. And my whole thing is because of the lupus, I have to be really careful what I put on my skin because it gets irritated very easily. Okay, so I know now, different products I can use. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this dark burgundy. It's such a pretty color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up a little bit and over. You want to kind of get the eye, and then you can go up. And it's just like see how I got it right there? Then you want to go a little bit above the bone. And the reason I do that is see, as we get older, our eyelids start drooping. And there's a trick you can do to make your eyes look younger and not so droopy. You actually go up above where the droop is, okay? And then you want to just go right here. And I'm going to get in the mirror where I can see it good. But you want to go like right there. See where you can see it, where it's kind of like right above that bone, like right in there. Now, so it helps with fallout. Where you don't have as much. This part right here is still clear, and then I've got this up here is clear. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to bring a little drama to the eye. And what's better than glitter to bring drama? But let me go ahead and I'm gonna get that right there. I'm gonna take this is actually my Real Her I Feel Beautiful palette. And this one actually has various shades of purple. But there's one on here that I want to go in with. It's got a little bit of a shimmer and it's called Impeccable, which is that one right there. So what I'm going to do is take a different brush, go into the Impeccable. Okay. See what that's doing? Okay. Go back. And that kind of fills it in a little bit. Okay. Let's try doing another one. Just another pass real quick. Yeah, that looks good. And you'll see me do this several times, but I just take my finger and I'll go up to get any fallout on the right there. So now I'm going to go back and do the same thing on the other side real quick. Hope everybody's having a great day. I know it was a little bit rainy, but that's kind of got my okay, it's saying my connection's on, so we'll give it a second and see if it pops back in. And while I'm doing this, I'm gonna keep working on my eyeshadow. So say, come on, suddenly. I tell you, that's one of the trade offs that we have living out in the country is you actually have to, kind of bear with maybe not having the best internet connection. So, it is what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna go up, go across the bone, and leave that open. And I don't know why it is, but my left eye always tends to take more. It's more. What's the word I'm looking for? Like it's easier for it to grab onto colors. Like I might have to go over this side 3 or 4 times, but the left side I usually can hit it one time and it's good. So let's see here. Got all that. A little bit more right there. Okay. So then I got that done. And I really am hoping y'all can see this because it's still doing this unstable connection thing, but I'm trying to do my best here. So now I want to go back. Like I said, I've got the impeccable on this palette. I'm going to go back in, load up my brush really good with it, get that inside, blend it in, give me that little bit of a pop from the glitter. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with my pale pink and we're going to hit that top of that eye again. Okay. Work that pink into the eyebrow right there. That pale pink. Okay. So once I've got it all like on there the way that I want it, I have a brush that I keep just for this purpose. Oh, hold on just a second. Well, it's still saying unstable. Hopefully, y'all can see this. But if not, I'm just going to keep going like you're there. Hopefully, it'll record it all the way. All right. So, like I said, I keep a brush just for the blending of my eyeshadow. And, of course, you want to keep it clean. I usually will take it and just kind of go across my little rag a little bit just to work it out. I mean, you want to clean your brushes regularly though. But what I do is I'll take it and I'll do this from both sides. Okay? And you see how that does? It actually kind of makes it kind of fade into each other, gives it that pretty soft look. Because, I mean, you don't want to have a defined line. I mean, well, I say that there's certain situations you do, but for me, just like a everyday makeup, going down to, take care of business or whatever somewhere, going shopping, I'm not going to go too hardcore on my makeup. And then you can take your wipe again and go up and just clean off that excess that did fall out. Remember, that's when we go ahead and do it before we do our complexion. You can see I keep this exclamation point right here all the time. And I'll actually cover that when I do my moisturizing foundation, but or it's actually a tinted moisturizer is all I use. But um, I've had that since I've had my lupus. And so not only do I get the butterfly rash and get real red, I'll actually have, I mean, I don't know if it's bursted vessels or what it is, but hey, what can you do? So the next thing I'm going to do is actually get a drink of my coffee. Oh, that's better. Okay. You want a moist sponge. You don't want it sopping wet, but you want it moist. I use Pure Lease, and it's the same company that does my matcha green tea moisturizer, but their BB moisturizer has SPF 30 in it. And for me, that's really important because, I with lupus, you know that we're not supposed to be in the sun, and so it's nice when you can combine products that you need to use. Like I said, with me, for this, it's actually um, killing two birds with one stone. Now, see how I was telling you about the exclamation part? See that? All right. I do the same thing on both sides because what you do on one, you want to do on the other just to have balance. I typically go across my cheeks real quick. These are the main places that I want to hit, because of the redness. Okay. So all the places that are really, really red have the most on them. And then I start working it out all over my face. I tend to start here at the chin, and you want to go up to the hair, up to the hair, up to the hair. Get that under the eye, up there. And then also, you can take this and take the point of it and go right down that eyebrow if you're wanting to make it clearly defined, which I always do that because I do. I want them to be clearly defined because if I'm going to take the trouble to paint them on, I don't want to lose them. All right, so we got this. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and go down here. And sometimes what we'll do is if you're having a situation where, your lupus rash is really glowing like mine is today, also what I can do is I will go back in and use a little bit of my concealer for under the eye. Okay. So then take this and I'm going to work it out. And then go back up. Make sure the eyebrows are on point. And something is kind of off topic a little bit, but um, I don't know about this big eyebrow trend that's coming back through. I mean, I don't like having like pencil thin ones, but honestly, I just, the big caterpillar things, I'm just not feeling those. So I don't know if y'all want to comment on it or talk about it in the chat area as far as like what y'all think about the new thick eyebrows, or I guess I should say the new old everything comes back around. I also take when I'm doing my moisturizer, like I said, because it's got the SPF, I actually do go all the way down my neck. And if you're somebody that has a lot of skin issues, on your body, which I'm one of them too, uh, from the lupus, you actually can cover those up. And that's what I've done. All right. So that didn't take hardly any cream to do that. Gonna put that up. Okay. And then the next thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and get my eyes finished. So I actually use this is probably my favorite brand now of anything to do with the eyes, but it's Araceli. I've got it. It's called the Ojos Perfectos, and I'll just pop, which I do that with any kind of eyeliner, but this is a liquid eyeliner pencil, and I mean, it's just you can make it so fun. I can't talk while I'm doing it, but okay, and you can see just how perfect that is. Okay, let that kind of dry for a second. And while that's drying, I'm going to grab my contour brush. And I've got this Pacifica set. I really just use the brown for my contour, but what I'm doing on it is I will get some good contour going. And again, like I told y'all, tap your brush if you're worried about fallout. Go right there below that cheekbone. Okay. Right there below that cheekbone. Then what I do is I do just a little bit because you want to make it like a three, kind of a weird little three because you go from the forehead, cheekbone, down the side, underneath. Get rid of that turkey neck some more. And, I just typically, like I said, I go all the way down with it because, you want it to look right. Okay. Like I said, going down the edges here. And I mean, like I said, the stuff that I have on my face that I've shown y'all, it doesn't make my face sting. It's not irritating at all to me. Um, that's why, like I said, I don't work for Ipsy. They should pay me for as much as I talk about their stuff. But the whole thing of it is I like the fact that I have been able to just try stuff out and find the ones that actually do work for me. Okay, so we got our everything's pretty well defined right there. Okay, and then the other thing we do, which my nose is not really that big, but if you want to take a little bit of that brown, you can go up to the eyebrow and come down. Okay. Okay, see how that does? That's contouring your nose. So make sure everything's good there. And then if you contour on the sides of your nose, you're definitely going to want to use, which I use a highlighter anyway. But let me find my right now. Here's my highlighting brush. And for me, excuse me, I don't like a hard look, as far as my cheeks. This is actually my favorite one that I found, but it's Nomad. And the color that I like is called Balmoral Beach. It's actually a peachy color. And so what I do is I will take this and I will go up that cheekbone. Okay? I'm going down the nose right there. A little bit on top right there. See that? Over the apex of your eyebrow, which, like I mean, like where the little arch is, you want to go right there, right there. And like I said, I like doing this, just kind of blend it in, and then I do it on the top. Okay. Then I use my finger for this one too, because I take a little bit right here and your little thing for your lip there. I'm not quite sure what the technical name of that is, but you're gonna put that right there, and then right here under your lip. And the reason for that is because we're gonna make our lips look bigger than they are. All right, so let me check it out real quick, make sure I got everything. And I use this too, like if you see a little motion right there, I actually use, because it's such a light peach, I'll use that for my blush too. So, it's got the highlighting on the cheekbones, but then I've got some of the apples of my cheeks too. Okay. Be sure that you're taking good care of your brushes. You want to wash them frequently, especially if you do have a disease like lupus. that your skin can become infected really easily. You want to make sure that you're keeping everything clean. All right. So now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and get my eyelashes because my liner is dry by now. Now, this one is Power Up, and this one is, who's this one by? Well, it's called Power Up, and I can't think of the name of the company. Trying to see it, but I don't have my glasses on, so just look for Power Up if you want some. All right, so I'm gonna do this real quick. Everybody knows how you do your eyelashes, and with this kind, I really like it because it's buildable. I know we all make the funniest faces when we're doing our eyelashes. I think next time I'm gonna put some music on in the background because this is like the only time I really can't talk because I'll end up poking myself in the eye. Okay, so I'm gonna get some a little bit more on there, like I said, because it's buildable. You know, if you want your lashes darker or longer, you can use a buildable mascara. And I actually get mine from the top and the bottom. You just have to be very gentle when you do it. We'll hit that one more time on the other eye. Okay. Okay. So y'all see how that looks. Sorry, I hope I'm not boring y'all right now. I just want to get them a little bit darker. Okay. And something I want to show y'all too, a little trick I learned is if you do accidentally like touch your nose with a mascara, what you want to do is you want to let it dry completely and then you can flake it off, without smearing it. Okay. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do now that we've got the mascara done is we're going to do the lips. Now, let me see, which is which. Okay, that one's the red. Okay. I got some new lip crayons and I want to try them out. And what I like, I've actually already tried them out, but what I like about the lip crayon is it's easy to maneuver it without getting, out of line and everything. This, I cannot talk though while I'm doing it. Okay, so you can see I've actually overlined it as far as like where my lip actually is. And then I do the same thing on the bottom. Had a little oopsie, which is another reason why it's good to keep that little towelette handy. And you really don't have to worry like if you make mistakes because you can cover that bottom after you wipe it off. If it's got like a reddish hue, you can cover that bottom with a little bit more foundation. Okay, now see how I left the inside a little bit lighter? I got a couple lines from the top and down in the middle. Now what you want to do is you want to take a different shade of lipstick that's lighter, and you can do like an ombre and make it look like your lips are actually bigger than they are. Let me find one I want. See, this one's a good gloss. I think I would go. Let me see. Looking at what I got here, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. This one is a really neat one. No, I don't want to use that one. Still looking, y'all. I guess I could have been a little more prepared on this part. Okay. Ah, yeah, found it. Of course, it's the very last lipstick in my box. But this one is from Gerard Cosmetics. Uh-huh. See, it's a light color. Okay. And see what that does? That gives you these big, luscious lips. But as you can see now, you don't see the lupus rash. Um, I've got pink eyelids and pink lips, but it's all blended in. So the next thing that I do, and I do believe I'm going to go ahead and blot this now. Like I said, I've used the heck out of this little towelette. Okay. And see what that does is it brings back that light color in the middle. And so now it looks like an ombre lip. It's not overwhelming, but it does look like, you know what I'm saying? Um, I won't say I look like a Kardashian, but this is as close as this girl's going to get. All right. Let's see here. And then I think I actually want to go back over this. This is some Jules Smith, but it's just like a gloss. And I just like the glimmer. And see, it gives a little bit of moisture. Okay, so I'm putting all these up, and I don't know if y'all have ever watched her or not. I love watching Bailey Sarian. She is awesome. A lot of the lip tricks that I have learned from watching her, or not just lip tricks, but makeup hacks in general. Okay. Um, like I was gonna say, one other thing you can do if you want to, if you're really trying to pump up your lips, is let's see where you go. Here it is. If you have like a little thin brush like this, you can take it and load it with some concealer. And if you want, what you can do to even give it a little bit more of a shadow effect is line the lips. Doing it, I'll try to get a little bit closer because I have to look at it to do it. But basically, you're taking it and outlining it. Okay. And then this goes back to what I was telling y'all about your when you mess up if you want to get your chin, because I actually am gonna do the chin right there. But obviously you don't want to get real close to your lips, or you're gonna mess them up. So if you have something bigger, but see how that looks. And then what you're gonna do is just go in, and you can use the other end too to just kind of blot it out. See how that did? Okay. And you can see now how they really pop. And it's just because I got the underneath done there. Okay. Um, Now we want to use our setting powder, and I love this. It's the Clarity from Complex Culture. It's just a nice little setting powder. And on this one, I use my big brush, and I'm gonna start up here at my top because my lips are so wet right now. But I am gonna go down there over them as well. See that? And if you're not familiar with the term, it's called baking, but you can put a lot of this on here. And what you're going to do is you're going to let it set for just a minute. And then I do this down my neck too. But baking, what it does is when you use a lot of powder on there, you can actually go back and like brush it off after a minute. It just helps your makeup stay set for the day. Let's see here. Let me check that amount. One little thing right there. Let me see. I thought I'd goose that one little side right there. Yeah. So now you can actually do this, which I've seen people do it with paper, but I just go ahead and do it. Like instead of, putting the paper between my lips and my brush, because I clean my brushes, so I'm not really worried about it. Okay. And we've got all that. Put all this up, and I'm sorry that there's so many times in this one that I wasn't talking, but I mean, y'all knew what I was doing with it to explain. But one more blot, okay. And so this is the finished product, okay. My butterfly rash is no longer visible, and I feel pretty. And just, like I said, if you're in bed, just play around with your makeup. If you're having a bad day, hang in there. I mean, there's going to be days like that, no matter if you have lupus or some other chronic illness. Um, I really wanted to do this section of our um, YouTube page as far as the wellness part, just because there's so many things that people deal with that they suffer in silence. And so I want to give y'all a little community, a little bit of, some ideas for things that, might make you feel better. Also, I meant to do, I'm glad I almost forgot it. I had mentioned I'm doing the low carb. And so I have lost another 5 pounds. So that's 12 pounds total since I started it. So, yay! Go me. Okay, so the final step that we do was the one that we started with, and that is moisturizing our face with a little bit of Gerard Peach Slay Spray. So, and I just love the way it feels. It makes your skin feel so good. Um, I like taking this till it dries. I know I'm probably gonna break my mirror, but I do this all the time. What you want to do too is if you need something extra soothing as far as a spray, get their either aloe vera or their cucumber spray is like the best feeling ones that because each one has a little bit of a different feel to it. But do like me and just try them all. But anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed this today. I hope that I didn't go too long without talking, which is difficult for me anyway. But I will check back in with y'all. Like I said, 12 pounds down now on the low carb dieting. Um, I'm gonna do more videos about that. And also, if you're interested in any makeup, I do have some makeup in Dawn's eBay store. I'll put the link in there for that. Just stuff that like maybe the color wasn't for me or whatever. They're new, but because I get stuff sent to me as far as trials and sample sizes, I've got some that I put in there. So I look forward to talking to y'all again, and y'all have a blessed Monday.